I'm back. It is me, Dane Down Bad. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we have, quite possibly the worst possible Overwatch experience I could have had. Now, there's really not much background or context to this. I just decided to hop on some Overwatch 2 with one of the homies, and let's just say it helped solidify one of the reasons why I don't play this game as much outside of playing with the homies, and even then it kind of feels like bashing my head against the wall. So we're in roll queue. The homie's on PC, I'm on console, so we're in PC lobby, so I'm already at an inherent disadvantage. So I queue up for support, they queue up for DPS and support. So I'm like, alright, we just gonna play a couple games, It ain't gonna be nothing too serious. So we hop on and we queue up. First things first, the queue times feel for some reason mad long. I don't know why. Like, it took like 5 to 7 minutes, because we queued up once, stopped the queue, and then re-queued, and it just took forever. So I don't know why the queue time was so long, but maybe it was trying to give us time to rethink our decisions of hopping on this game and trying to play it, because we're not really playing it, we're suffering. At least that's how I like to look at it. So instead of that, we decide to queue up all roles. Flex. We don't know what flex. Maybe flexing will make it go faster. It didn't. Took about almost 3 minutes for it. Like, we're still sitting here in the queue, so we're like, dang. Queue times are kind of long. So we're just sitting here, chopping it up in the Discord, just kicking and talking whatever. After 3 minutes, we finally found a game. I'm like, oh, okay. That's finally into a game, The map I really don't care about. Just so I really don't.
Prepare for battle. Select your hero.
Excuse me. The map I really don't care much about too much. So I get support. The homie gets DPS, which, thank the Lord, I was not on DPS.
Humanity is shackled.
At least not for now. So I'm more quote-unquote comfortable playing support. It's kind of the only role I know how to do correctly. But let's just say it wasn't. I'm not the best at this game. So I feel I'm inherently at a disadvantage being in PC lobbies, but I am in my best role possible. But there's just a reason why I don't have too much confidence when playing this game. But other than that, let's ignore that. First thing first, I immediately get deleted. I don't know why our tank was behind us, but you know what? First death, maybe it was my fault. Even though I had some doubts at the time playing, I'm like, oh, this is how the game's gonna go. I'm like, oh, cool. Tank gets knocked off the map, but we just gotta hold it together, hold it together, maybe play as a team, and we'll probably get through this, right? Cool. So, obviously compelling Moira gameplay right here. Like, this is just absolutely enthralling gameplay, just absolutely amazing. Just hold damage. The only thing I could say much about this round is that at certain points it feel like my healing was doing absolutely nothing. It just feel like I wasn't healing anything at all, even though I was clearly just focusing my healing on one person, yet didn't feel like I was healing them at all. But this round wasn't too memorable, or it didn't stand out much. It's right here. I was trying to heal the homie. It just felt like my healing wasn't doing something right there, but maybe it was. I don't know. It just felt a bit underwhelming. So I decided to use my ult, which clearly works, and then the enemy warrior decides to pop their ult, and I'm like, oh, cool. We're just gonna ult each other. And it seemed to work a little bit. And then I'm basically just moving around with like kind of like chicken with his head cut off. Just like, it's not too memorable. I felt like that right there. I felt like I got hacked to the wall. I feel like I got hacked through the wall. I feel like I was cheated. I feel like that death shouldn't have happened. I wasn't too mad about it because it was on the second death. As long as the death don't start unnecessarily piling up. So that was only the second death. So I'm like, I guess I could just chop that up to, you know, being overdue. But once again, I'm finally back in the backline where I belong. Trying to heal the tank, which once again felt like I wasn't healing them at all. Felt like their health bar wasn't moving. I almost got pinned there, which would have made me very upset. But you know, the tank actually did their job and, you know, threw them into the hole. So I'm like, oh, cool. It was a good first round. Not bad. Like, nothing really negative happened. You know, it seems like very general Overwatch 2 gameplay. So I'm like, you know what? Maybe Overwatch 2 isn't that bad. You know, my numbers is not looking the greatest, but they're not the worst. You know, 2k each. Over 2k each healing and damaging. So I'm like, oh, I'm keeping a good balance. I'm not turning into a DPS Moira. But, you know, I'm not being passive either. So I'm like, oh, you know what, this ain't bad. This ain't bad. Let's just say that all changes on this round, and you're about to see why. You know, here I am, fading from building to building. You know, the tank is almost immediately on critical. I do something stupid and decide to, you know, jump down. I'm like, you know what, maybe I can keep the Orisa alive, our tank. That was not at all what to happen. They're requesting healing as if me and the Zenyatta wasn't just pouring all of our healing into them. So I'm just like, okay, that's a little annoying, but you know, sometimes you just can't out heal the entire team's damage. So I'm like, oh cool. I just decided to switch. Maybe I'll get more healing. So here, right here, where I lost all faith in the game. So me and the tank was back here. The enemy tank completely ignores the tank and decides to kill me. So I'm like, oh. But somehow the other tank survived. So I'm like, dude, what the hell? So I'm like, oh. Maybe they just decided to target me. So the tank is still in the back line, back here, you know, messing around. And then the Zarya comes for me again and just completely ignores our tank, who I pulled over to come help me, and they decided to jump away again. So I'm like, so I can't even get to the battle because the Zarya just keeps coming back here. I can't get to my teammates to do my job because nobody's stopping the other tank. That's where I just decided, you know what, man, if ain't nobody gonna care about me, why should I care about anybody else? Like, I'm literally back here fighting for my life to get to the team. And even when I do, I pop my ult, I try to help, and I'm instantly deleted. So that round ends in a wash. Like I'm already checked out. I already don't care anymore. I don't like that entire round just said to me, oh, this team really is ass. And then the DPS, the other DPS on our team, just like is talking about don't shoot the Zarya bubble. It makes it like my brother in Christ. I couldn't even shoot the bubble even if I wanted to, because I'm getting absolutely pimp smacked in the back line that nobody cares about. So I just completely just wrote that off. Like, man, how does this community function like this? How? So I'm mentally checked out. I forget if the homie is too. He probably just bent. I don't know. They're probably just bent. So I'm like, I wonder how badly this round gonna go. I wonder how badly this round is gonna go, and I see we have a wrecking ball. I don't know. I really haven't liked wrecking balls for the longest. There's really only a few good ones, and even then, it's really hard to play wrecking ball. So I'm just like, you know what? We don't even really have an actual tank. I'm gonna be completely honest. We don't have a tank. They immediately switch from wrecking ball to Sig, so the tank is constantly switching. I feel like the only consistent person has been the Zenyatta, and I commend them for them being consistent on wanting to play Zenyatta. Even though that may not be what they need, that's who they want to play, and I commend them for it. Even though we're both getting pimp smacked in the back line, like, dang, life ain't easy as a support player. As I once again get beat up in the back line because it's complete and utter chaos, and nobody cared. So without a tank, without people securing limbs, I have grown pretty much apathetic as to what happens in this game. So I switched to Mercy. Hey, if I'm just gonna get pit smacked in the back line, might as well just heal as much as I can, because screw trying to do damage at this point. That's completely out the window. Not for me. That's completely out the window. And plus, I wanted to see if I could combo up with this Pharah, and yeah, I can't fly very well as Mercy. I'm just not good enough to be doing that. But we actually end up securing the point, and it was mostly thanks to the Pharah somehow. As surprising as that is. But you know, it is what it is. We got some estate on the point. But the question is, can we defend it? And I'm gonna be honest, I'm just gonna say it right now, it's a resounding no. Because while trying to heal the team, I'm just getting, once again, the tank just came back here just to kill me, even though they didn't outright get the kill. You know, it is what it is. They just came back here to hunt me down because I don't deserve happiness when playing this game. And so I'm kind of just like, well, I kind of already know we lost in a sense, because I do not. As I already said, I already gave up. I'm pretty much apathetic to this, but I'm gonna keep playing. I'm gonna keep trying, I guess. But it's all but a formality at this point. So the tank goes in and dies. Other DPS goes and dies. Everyone's dying, and I'm just waiting to touch point to give us only a slight bit of time before I'm absolutely eviscerated. But once again, it all proves to be moot, and we lose. Which I'm not too surprised by. And I'm just looking at our tank's numbers, and I'm like,
Play of the game.
if we had an actual tank, things might have gone better. And the only reason I think they had them numbers because of the first round. Like, he got a lot of environmental kills from the first round. So, and then they're just having an argument and shit. Like, I really did not care after a while. But it only gets worse from here.
Welcome to
So the next game, the last game, I think I ended up recording or just straight up playing for this day, was on this map, Rialto. So I'm like, oh, you know, last game sucked. The homie trying to be like, oh, don't worry. And then he sees Reinhardt. Now, for a bit of context, for like the past couple days, the homie's been playing this game. They have gotten entry-level Reinhardt players. Like, they only have like 5 hours on the game. 5 to 10 hours on the game. Max. And he's been getting entry-level Reinhardt's as tanks. So he is absolutely just... He's already demoralized. He doesn't... They don't even
After the trigger pull,
rock with...
eternity.
They just feel like this is a complete bad omen. So I, being the good friend that I am, go to... goes... I think I end up trying to look at the profile, the career profile of said tank. And he was right.
the pace.
Only has 10 hours on unranked. I think that was 6 hours on Reinhardt. Telling the homie that was enough to make him just sit there. I'm pretty sure at this point in the Discord, he's just absolutely losing it. And now I'm the one that has to tell him, no, everything's gonna be cool, everything's gonna be alright. This is the game that, you know, you want to fucking... I'm kind of trolling, but I'm also trying to comfort him because I'm just like, hey man, this is the game you want to play. So I'm just, oh, and I got DPS for some ungodly reason. I'm terrible at DPS. I'm not gonna lie. I did not help matters. The game gave me DPS, and I just got to deal with that. But yeah, you're gonna see why. And he's just the homie's just sitting there, just absolutely just stunned that Overwatch on a consistent basis, Activision and Blizzard gives him teammates like this, and that goes down a completely other rabbit hole about how old Overwatch or Overwatch 1 used to, their matchmaking used to make a lot more sense. You know, players of their skill level would skill level and play time would be absolutely match each other. Listen, I didn't play this game enough back in the day to know about all that, but the homie finally starts playing. And not that it really mattered, because boy oh boy, it's like I can't even defend him on, to be honest. He's just an inexperienced low level player. It's just, it is what it is. But his performance in this game was, I'm just gonna call it what it is. What it is. It was atrocious. It wasn't great. I'll be honest. All he boiled down to was hold shield, charge. That's it. He didn't really swing his hammer. It literally just came down to hold shield and charge, and maybe the occasional fire strike. And this moment right here, I don't know why he came off point with me to flank when he should have probably just stayed on point and protected everybody else. Cause me dying, I mean, I'm playing DPS. At this point, I'm just looking at something to shoot so I don't look bad. But as a tank, you got a lot of responsibility, not a whole lot of reward. So meanwhile, in the back line, I'm being assaulted by Symmetra. I know her barrier is blocking everything, but to be honest, I think I was trying to take out the teleporter. And I'm kind of like, well, everyone kind of died on point. Might as well not push that. And then this Genji, who's been just absolutely raising hell on the entire team. I'm just like, oh. I keep encountering him, and he just keeps blocking, and he basically just gets a free kill off me. I was surprised I wasn't killed trying to take out teleporter, but then I got, you know, 3 people. I actually ended up taking out the Baptiste, so that wasn't all bad. But you know, Genji once again I don't even know how he got there. How did he even get behind me? I honestly didn't know how he got behind me. But it is what it is. We're down to less than a minute, thankfully, and it just didn't get any better. We just suffered for a minute longer. Like Ryan just got pulled off to the side into the water. So I'm just like, yeah, I think this might be my last game. I just straight up, I just said, hey man, this is terrible. Straight up told the homie it is terrible, and he agreed. He agreed that this was not fun. So I ended up going all the way around the flank. I'm thinking maybe I could do something with my ultimate. No, I do not. The tank ended up hiding behind the payload, and the Symmetra just hid in the room that I probably should have pushed. I ended up helping our Alari secure a kill, which is cool and all, but in the grand scheme of things didn't amount to jack diddly squat. And then here comes overtime, and not that it really mattered. They end up just getting hacked to pieces by the Genji ult. So I'm just like, yeah, can this game end? Get the game in. And the Ryan was actually swinging his hammer. I actually caught him swinging his hammer, was trying to fight back, but it didn't amount to anything. In the game finally ended, and the Ryan had 11 deaths and not even 800 damage. 10k mitigation. And that right there is when I knew, like, yeah. Like, I already don't play this game a lot, but that just solidified everything I already knew. Hell, the Alari had more damage than us. So, yeah, that was probably the worst possible Overwatch experience for me. I hope you enjoyed my suffering, and now I'm going to leave y'all. Thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all later.